Hi, I'm Bailey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a book review for The Selection by Kiera. I finished this I think yesterday at like 2 in the morning, and let me tell you, I've got some thoughts. So basically I think my rating, I'm not exactly sure on it yet, but I think it's like a 4 out of 5 or like a 4.5 out of 5. Like, I have issues with it, but also I loved it? Question mark? Loved it a lot. So yeah, I'll get into that in a bit, but first I want to say that I'm filming the non-spoiler section right now, and I'm probably going to do the spoilery section later because I don't have all my thoughts together and my notes together. So yeah, I'm going to do the non-spoiler section now, and I might the lighting might change, the position might change, my shirt might change. I don't know. I don't know when I'll do the spoiler section, but yeah. Little do you know, past Bailey, that you're going to have to record that spoiler section twice. That's kind of what's going on. So let's do some non-spoiler stuff. First off, I have my phone for like my notes right now, but like the selection synopsis really is that we follow the main character who is America Singer. I know, her name is cringy. And she lives in a futuristic version of our world in the United States, which is now called Ilia after a Third World War and stuff happened. And now there's a caste system where everyone has a number, and 1s are the royal family, and then 8s are the homeless, basically, people who are at the bottom of the society. And so America's a 5, and so she is more in the arts business. So she's a singer and an instrument player, as well as her mom, and then the rest of her family's basically artists, like with paint and that sort of stuff. So in the next clip you're about to see, I say that when a prince is born, they have a selection in which 35 girls compete to win their hand in marriage, the man's hand in marriage. I forgot to say this. When I said when a prince is born, I meant, and he has a selection, I meant when a prince is born and then when he turns like 18 or 19 years old, that's when they have a selection, like when they're of age. It's not when they're like a child, it's when they're of age. I just want to confirm that so it doesn't sound like it's a baby. It's not. It's an 18 or 19-year-old guy. We're okay. Just want to clear that up for you, so yeah. And so basically, in this world, when a prince is born, they have a selection in which 35 girls from all across Ilia get to compete to win the prince's hand in marriage, you could say. And then their family and then themselves would become 1s as well. Because you want to be a 1. You want to be at the top of the food chain in this society. That's basically like the synopsis of the world. If you couldn't guess from the title of the book, America ends up in the selection. That's another thing about the books. They kind of seem spoilery titles, but like, who knows? But yeah, she ends up in the selection that kind of follows that from there. It also sort of touches on her relationship she has with this boy named Aspen, who is a 6, and how she's dealing with something that happens at the beginning. And yeah, it's a good time, you know? It's a great time. Lots of struggles here for America Singer. Every time I read her name, I like cringed inside. Like, they live in former United States, America. She's a singer. Yeah. I feel like most of them have last names that correlate with their, like, tasks. I had an example that I noticed, but I haven't found it yet, so if I find it, maybe I'll, like, insert a little clip of me talking about it, but chances are I won't. Haha. Pass Bailey, suck on that. I am gonna insert a clip of me talking about it because I flipped open the book and found it. So, an example that made me laugh out loud was when I read this line, which was, Aspen was standing there with Brenna Butler. Brenna Butler. It's like they know what their task is, and they decide to make her name as funny and weird as possible, you know, like Brenna Butler, you know, let's make it a B name so it just flows, just Brenna Butler. You know, what a fun time. That just made me laugh out loud. But there's an example right there. I think there's a girl named Anna Farmer. Don't quote me on that. I think she's a girl in the selection. I think her name's Anna Farmer, or the last name's Farmer, or Ann Farmer. Something like that. But yeah, their last names correlate to their tasks is what I'm getting at. But yeah, they all have, like, names that correlate to their tasks, like their last names. Not important, but it's something I noticed. That's kind of all I can say for the non-spoiler section. I know it's not much, but I don't want to get into any thoughts without being able to kind of give examples about it. because like I have a few thoughts. Like I annotated the heck out of this guy, you know, and I got thoughts about it. You know, I ran out of like pink and red tabs by the end. Had to use different colors. I put a lot of effort into annotating this, and I've got a lot of thoughts. So I can't really sum it up without spoiling stuff. So this will be the end of the non-spoiler section. What else can I say about it? I know a lot of people don't like it, and I understand why. I see the issues, but I also just loved it. There's like so many aspects that I loved, so many aspects that I hated as well. So that's why I'm like struggling to give it a rating, because it is not a 5, but I don't think it's a 1 or 2. So I'm like a 3, 4, 4.5. Like, it's like good. I thought it was good. I would definitely say I very much enjoyed it and would recommend people to read it, because it was entertaining. There were some issues with it, but it was very entertaining, which is always a good time when you're reading. So overall, I'd say it was pretty dang good. Yeah, it was kind of cringy and kind of cheesy and kind of very predictable. Like, there's times when I would read something and be like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen, turn the page, and exactly what I thought would happen happened. So it was quite predictable in that aspect, but like I said before, quite entertaining. So I would recommend reading this book, you know. The Selection by Kiera Cass. Oh, I didn't mention before, but it is a 5-book series. The first 3 books in the series are The Selection, The Elite, and The One. And then the next 2 books in the series are The Heir and The Crown. And I don't have The Crown, so I'll just like put it here. But yeah, that's all I can really say in the non-spoiler section. Yeah, I would just suggest go read the book and come back and join me for this spoilery discussion. So, bye if you don't want to see any spoilers. Hello. Finally, I'm filming this part of the video after the original time I recorded it corrupted and I got really sad and then unmotivated. But you know what? We're going to do it, because I wrote notes. So, welcome to the Selection by Kiera Cass spoiler section. So let's get into it. I'm obviously in a different place now. It's magical. Same me though, and I'm not having the best day, but let's do it. I'm gonna read off my phone because like I got it. Oh, okay. First of all, this is a random thing that came when I was reading about like the selection, like the actual event of the selection. What if a prince is born not straight? What if there's a gay prince? Are we gonna bring in dudes, or they have to pick from women still? Like, it doesn't really address that, because there's, like, literally no diversity in this book. Everybody's white and straight. What happens if Maxon was gay? He picking out a girl anyway, or is it just, you bring him guy? I don't know. Don't bring it up. We just assume. He's gonna be straight. Random thing I saw. For, like, the writing, it was decent. It wasn't, like, jaw drop amazing. It wasn't like the worst I've ever read. It was decent, didn't stand out to me. It didn't make it bad or anything. So I mean, like, writing, you get a B. I don't know, I'm not really grading this. It just, I'm giving you my thoughts. So like, we got America, right? And I hate her name. 2, she could never stick to any decision she made. Like, she made a decision and then she'd be like, oh wait, I don't think I like that decision. I'm gonna go back on it. But she kept flip-flopping. Make up your damn mind. This is life, okay? Ugh. But she just kept going like, oh, I want to date Aspen. Wait, I don't want to date Aspen. I want to date Maxon. Oh, Aspen's back? Maybe I want to date Aspen. No! Pick a dude! Pick Maxon! Like, when she started to fall in love with Maxon, I was like, finally, this chick will get it together and see that Maxon likes her. And if she marries him and really accepts her actual feelings for him, she's going to, 1, become a royal, and her whole life will get better and her family will be happy. But no, you want to go and do like a love triangle and be like, maybe I'm going to go off with Aspen, the 6, who can offer me literally nothing, will do nothing to my life. Like, no, we don't want Aspen. Back off. Huh? So, like, for the actual selection, it's like 35 girls from all across Ilia get picked to be, like, whatever, in the selection. And I'm like, okay, great, sweet and dandy. But, like, the titles of these books spoil them. 1, you read this book and it talks about the selection, it's like, Oh, is she going to be picked for the selection? Well, obviously it says the selection on it. The next one, the elite. Well, is she going to be in the elite? Well, probably because it says the elite on the cover. Oh, the third one. Is she going to be the one? Probably because she's in a wedding dress on the cover and it's titled The One. The covers are spoiling the books, which I don't really generally think are bad, but it's just like, I don't know. If I'm going to go into a book, I don't really want to know the complete spoiler right as I read the title of the book. I don't know. Just me? Maybe. But oh, hold up. Marley, that's her name? I haven't read this book in a hot second. Okay, she's got like a secret somewhere in there where she like goes from being peppy and then she's like, hi America, like I don't actually like Maxon. And then she's like has a secret but she doesn't tell anyone. I'm like, okay, either you're a rebel or you have a lover. And I'm thinking it's a lover. I think she has some secret lover that like is treason because technically you're not supposed to be engaging romantically with anybody unless it's Maxon during the selection. So I'm like, oh, tea. I have to read the second book. I haven't gotten to it because I just wasn't in the mood. Like, I don't know, I like this one decently, but then I was like, I don't really feel the elite right now. I'm probably going to read that at least this month or maybe next month. Oh, okay, there's a rule where you can't physically fight with any of the other girls in the selection, like for the girls. Like, they tell America, like, hey, don't fight with anybody else. Like, yeah, you can verbally fight, but don't touch her. And then at one point, Celeste, like, the bitch of the group, rips the sleeve of America's dress. And I'm like, you don't consider that freaking physical fighting? We kicked out a girl for like slapping Celeste, but then Maxon doesn't kick out Celeste for touching his dear old America? You kick someone out for trash talking America, but you don't kick somebody out for ripping her freaking dress? Like for attacking her basically? What? Like why does Maxon still have the benefit of the doubt about Celeste? Like, your dear precious frickin' America is telling you that she's a bitch. Straight up, she's a bitch. And she's tried to hurt me, nah. But you still believe that, because she acts nice around you, Princey, that she's a good person. Maxon, it's clear she's not. She just wants to win. Maxon, I love you. You're my flirty little shy little, like my little boy here. But you need to read the cues. The cues, my man. You're missing all the signs. All the signs I'm tossing out, you're missing. Ho! Ho! Okay. Aspen Ledger. So, at the beginning of the book, well, near the beginning, Aspen breaks up with America and whatever. But these lines that I read when he was breaking up with her, made my blood boil with the sexist and gender role shit that he was spewing. Let me read you some. On page 50, Aspen, my dear, says to America after she gets some extra money, makes him a dinner because she thinks he's going to propose to her. Spoiler, he does not. So yeah, let me read you this. Page 50. Aspen Ledger speaking to Miss Old America. America, I'm supposed to be providing for you. It's humiliating for me to come here and have you do all this for me. Farther down on page 50. I'm not some charity case, America. I'm a man. I'm supposed to be a provider. Like, what the frick? You're a 6, she's a 5. Logically, she's better off than you. But, like, you can believe that. But also, when she's trying to do something nice for you, you can't be all like, I'm a man. I need to provide. You need to just calm the frick down with you, like, helping me and trying to feed me because I'm poor. Like, Aspen. Oh, that's one of the reasons I don't like Aspen. Like, I don't like him as a love interest. Like, America, don't end up with Aspen. He can offer you nothing. Like, oh. And these rebel attacks, which I didn't think were going to be a big thing, are like not really a big thing in the selection. Which, that actually ties into one thing I did like about America. A scene I appreciated America for. When, I think it's the second rebel attack, where they have to go into like the shelter thing. Where the royals have their nicer shelter, and then the servant's supposed to just like run off into basically no safety. America like refuses to let her maids go. Like, she won't let them take her down to the shelter without her maids. And I was like, America, thank you. Because I appreciate that. Because she, like, showed some caring for these maids and, like, these people. And I felt so good. I'm like, America, yes! And the maids did get to go down to the shelter with her, and I was like, yes! America, your stubbornness finally amounted to something! And, like, this sounds like a lot of criticism for me. Like, I did like the book, but it's just, a lot of things were just ridiculous to me. But that was a good scene. I appreciated that. Like, use your stubbornness for something that matters. That is good. Oh, and she kept doing that, like, I'm not like other girls act. Like, I don't like to wear makeup, and I don't like do anything with my hair, and I like plain dresses. Oh! You're basically trying to, like, scream it in my freaking ears that, like, I'm not like other girls. Sweetie, you can show me that. You don't have to tell me that every 2 freaking seconds. One scene I could completely predict as soon as something happened was, like, the first night she's at the selection, like, she has this panic attack and runs out to the gardens, right? And she starts doing this, I'm like, Maxon's gonna pop out of somewhere because they're not supposed to meet him until the next day. Like, he's totally gonna pop out. Turn the page, Maxon's there. I'm like, ha, guessed it. And then they have this conversation where she's so disrespectful, like, committing treason technically, and I'm like, okay, nice start to the selection. And she, like, okay, the second day, she, like, next morning, she straight up freaking friend zones him. Are you kidding me? You are here, at least for, like, the food and the money, whatever, and I get that, but yet you think your best plan of action to stay there as long as possible is to tell him straight up that I can never love you, but keep me in the selection, even though I'm not going to ever, like, marry you or, like, want to date you. Like, is that smart, America? No, it's not. Straight up. Like, what is that? You just friend-zone yourself straight up, and then you're like, I have a deal. I'll offer you my friendship. He's not here for your friendship. You're not here to be a friend. You're here to marry him. But then they're walking around the garden at one point, and, like, at the beginning, someone had told her, like, hey, if the prince asks you to do something, they're referring to have sex with you, even though it's illegal to have sex before you're married, because you gotta stay a virgin. Anyway, if he asks you to do anything, you have to say yes. So then that brings us to this garden scenes where they're walking. And then Maxon basically, like, she's like, hey, like, I don't know, she says something to him, and he's like, you know, I want to be straight up. She doesn't let him finish that thought. My dog's just rambling around. She doesn't let him finish that thought. She literally knees him in the, like, crotch. And I'm like, America, you know at this point you've established that he's not, like, gonna do anything to you. He's not a terrible person. You've already established that. And yet you think that this guy's gonna rape you? Like, you really believe that, even though he has shown no sign of that up to this point? And so she knees him in the groin, and I'm like, America, what was that move? I don't know. Like, and she's just like, I don't know, like, just protecting myself in. I'm like, okay, I get that. Be on edge. But I don't think you have to go and knee every man in the balls every time they're like, honey, I want to be straight up with you. Like, no, that's not a cue that's like, he's going to attack me. Like, be on your defenses, but don't act rash. Like, it was weird. She also, like, talks about, like, she talks to Maxon, and he's like, I have these theories about the rebels, but my dad won't listen to me because he's, like, terrible. I'm like, okay. But, like, in this book, this one in particular, we don't really care about the rebels, you know what I mean? Like, there's 2 rebel attacks I vividly remember, but they weren't that monumentally driving the plot. They didn't drive the plot very much, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm assuming that's something to build up into the next books, but also I can't see where it's gonna go. And if she freaking, like, like, I don't think she's gonna join the rebels. That'd be stupid of her. But, like, I can see Aspen joining the rebels because he is stupid. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Like, theories, I think she's gonna win this election because, you know, spoiler, the cover's kind of spoil and all. But also, Celeste gotta get out of there. Like, kick Celeste out. We already know she's terrible. We don't need to, like, leave her there any longer. Marley, I think she got a secret lover. I bet it on that. So if I read it and she's got a secret lover, like, 1 point to me. That's what's gonna go on here. Okay, So like the scene where Aspen shows up in the castle as a guard, it's like right after Max and America finally have a kiss. They finally have their first kiss. I'm like, yes, America will have feelings for him. Finally, we'll get what I want. Like, Aspen's gotta show up there just like, hello, I'm here to ruin everything. Me, Aspen Ledger. Like, no, buddy, no, go away. He just bothered me so much. I'm like, can you just go away? Just leave. I don't want you. Nobody wants you here. Also, established like around the end of the book that Maxon is straight up ready to pick America. If she says, I love you, I want to date you, let's get married, he will straight up end the selection right that second, pick her, and she'll be all said and done. But she doesn't take that option. And I'm like, okay, you already established that you kind of like him. You can see yourself loving him. And you have this shortcut right to the end of the selection, winning, be the queen. Well, princess at the time, but like, queen someday. Why don't you take it? It's gonna make your family life better. Your life is just gonna improve. As always, since I'm hot garbage, my camera cut out as I was recording the end of this, but what I was saying was that, you know what, she's got a shortcut to happiness. And she doesn't take it because she's like on the fence as she always is because she can't make decisions. So, good job, America. You got it. Overall, it was enjoyable, and like this might seem like I only brought up negative things, but also I don't really understand just chatting out things I like. That's not like, I don't have as much passion for things that like I enjoy, so I always just bring up the shit I like don't like. But just know that I did enjoy this book as much as there's things that piss me off. I liked it, it was entertaining, the writing was fine, and like Maxon brings it all back. We like Maxon. He makes mistakes, but we love him. My small bean. But yeah, that was my, not really review. I say review sometime in like the intro part, but I don't think it's a review, more like me screaming and ranting at you. So let's call it a chat. Hope you enjoyed my selection by Kiera Cat's book chat. So yeah, hope you enjoyed like I just said. And tell me what you think of this book. What were your thoughts? Thoughts, comments, concerns? Tell me in the comments. So if you did enjoy, I'm glad. And if you want more of this bright personality, subscribe. I have a Twitter and a Goodreads. They're like somewhere. And yeah. I've been Bailey. Thanks for watching. Here's one of my dogs. Love him. He's my little Jasper. We love him. The other one doesn't want to be picked up. So I'd pick up the bigger one. Love him. Appreciate him. He has ranty thoughts too. He agrees with me. And so should you. I'm kidding, you don't have to agree with me, but like... I'm very sorry for my excessive hair touching in this video. I don't know what happened. This may sound like stupid, but this is the first like opinionated video I'm posting. So like, don't be mad at me for my opinions. I don't know why it's like making me nervous to post this, but like, yeah. I'm just a teen reading, so take that with what you will. Not a professional reviewer, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed if you're watching this far, and yeah, have a nice day, night, or whatever time you're listening to it. You're watching this.